I've had the opportunity over a lot of years to watch this team develop, being that we were close neighbors in the Southeast Division, and watched them play enough to be excited about the group. Clearly we have some areas to improve, and I will pick through those when you get your opportunity to ask questions. There's two goals for this hockey team, and the first is the playoffs, but it's not the primary goal. That will get taken care of. Listen, there's not a lot of meat on the bone, and we're a ways out. There's not a lot of time on the clock. Those are the facts. We've played 47 hockey games here, and we've won 14 of them, the hockey portion. So that's telling you we've got a big hill to climb. There's no doubt about that. But the most important goal is to get on a path of creating a foundation of a game that they understand and that they have faith in playing. That when some adversity happens on the ice, or you go through a stretch like you're going through now, you have an understanding of the game that you're supposed to play. And there is a defensive component to it. And there is a battle and a compete component to it. But that's our number one goal. Building confidence in a game that they understand. My first one, to be honest with you, aside from anything else, just today, this is the first time that I've ever, as a coach, felt short. And that's a really, really nice feeling. I actually had to be on the ice and look up at a few guys, and that was a good thing. I like the speed and I like the youth more than anything else. There's a big team that can move, and it's a young team, so there's room to grow. My concerns are, and you should never introduce a negative, but I'll get to this now, getting them to play a game that has a defensive component in it. That for those players that have been here a long time, they haven't done it. I mean, you go back to the game that was played 4 and 5 years ago for some of these players, not in Winnipeg. And it's the same questions. It's the same things that they need to get better at. So getting them to do that in short order, which is what we need to do, that's the challenge here. Before you can get on a player about where he's supposed to be, you have to show him where he's supposed to be. And so we'll go through that process with them. You need to get to know them as individuals, spend some time with it. And to be honest with you, that may be a bit of a change. That may be something I've learned over the last 5 or 6 years that I didn't know as well early on, that you have to get to know some of these players. And motivation is different for each player. But at the end of the day, with this group, with what they're going through, they just want to get out of it. They just want to win. They want this to go away. They want the anger, the frustration by the fans is the same as the frustration in that locker room. They want to find a way out. It's the coach and staff's job now to lead that way out. This team is as good as its record, and no team is ever better than its record. Take those numbers and hold them to your heart, because we got what we earned. I know that we can be more effective if we can get everybody pulling on the same rope. A fair answer was my first one. I came here because I like some of the pieces here. I do believe there's some structure here. Size on the wings in the Western Conference is critical. It's there. We've got some people that can move the puck out of the middle of the ice, and that's an important part. It's getting our center ice and our back end to work together in our end of the ice, sorting some of those things out, realizing that we've got some pieces that are good, but they're going to need to fit better in a more defined role to be better. And that's the challenge. We need some people that know part of your job is shutting down. I can tell you this, just from being around them, they want to make this better. They want a way out. You know, they want to drive, and I think they want some direction with how we're going to be able to do that. And we're going to work very hard day in and day out giving it. You want me to tell you what we're working on first? It's going to be the defensive parts of our game. You have to have core values of what you believe in. And the players in that room will believe in those core values, and they won't. And if they don't, then they can't be in your room. At the same time, my job is to motivate these guys. My job is to find a way to make them fit, to make them buy in. Really, one of the reasons that you're rarely going to hear me come out here and tell you how badly I thought a player played, and to use you as, go ask him. Those players and my jobs are combined. My job is to get them to play. So, will I put a guy in the stands? Sure. If I think it makes us better, either short-term or long-term. But I'm going to work with them for a while first. Before I get on them about what they're doing and where they're supposed to be, it's my job to tell them what to do and where to go. So, like I said, I haven't been able to do that in 4 hours, and probably talked too much up here the first day. I've already cut 20 minutes into your time. So, it's a real honor to be here.